Welcome to ISIN 301 Data Intelligence Competitive Theory. I'm so glad you will be joining me in this course this semester. My name is Professor Aruba, and I'm a full-time adjunct professor in the ISI program at Ferris. I thought I would take a few minutes to introduce the course to you, share some of my expectations, and show you how to get started. The first thing we'll take a look at is the course syllabus. I definitely recommend that you spend some additional time reviewing the information provided, but let's quickly touch on a few of the key items. This course is fully online using Blackboard. It runs from October 16th through December 6th. I run student hours every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. in Business 128. Please use my email as your primary method of contact. I will make every attempt to respond quickly to emails within 24 hours during the week and on Monday by noon for messages received over the weekend. This is a 7-week-long intensive course, which means we will be working at the double pace of a regular 15-week course. I would like to encourage each of you to stay on top of the weekly readings and assignments, as falling behind in this double pace course makes it difficult to recover. At this point, I hope you have the required textbook, which is titled Illustrated Course Guides, Problem Solving and Decision Making, Soft Skills for a Digital Workplace. In addition to the textbook, you will be required to have a webcam and microphone so that we can use Respondus browser and monitor for all of our assessments. I have listed the course objectives along with the course evaluation criteria and grading scale. It is important to note that in order to receive a passing grade in this course, you will need to earn a 70% or higher. I have included many policies that you should review, but there are a couple I would like to review with you now. Quizzes and assessments are closed book notes. As I mentioned, we will be using Respondus Lockdown Browser and Respondus Monitor for each of the assessments. The intent here is to maintain the same academic integrity with all assessments, whether they're giving in-seat in the classroom or online. We will be having weekly discussions for you to interact with your classmates. Most of these will be a bit different than the typical discussion thread that you may have experienced in online courses. Many of them will be brain teasers or logic problems that will require some critical thinking on your part and/or the ability to approach problems from different perspectives. For each discussion thread, you're required to complete at least one original post, which is due by Friday, and then respond to at least one of your classmates. To receive full credit for the discussion thread, you need to participate in this discussion on at least 2 different days. Please submit all assignments in Blackboard rather than sending them via messages or email. If there is an emergency situation that is inhibiting you from completing the coursework on time, please reach out to me as soon as possible so that we can work together to come up with a strategy for you to make up the work. Please continue to read through the syllabus and let me know if you have any questions or concerns about it. This course is organized in weekly modules that will be available at the start of each week. Since the first week starts on a Wednesday, there are only a few activities that you need to complete, which will help you to start off the course on the right foot. You'll find instructions for installing the Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor, as well as a brief video created by Professor Furstenberg that reviews some of the best practices to use while using Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor. There's also a syllabus folder where you'll find the syllabus that we quickly reviewed today, as well as the College of Business syllabus. After that, you will then take a syllabus quiz. I've set up the syllabus quiz to use Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor, so you have a chance to use it prior to the first chapter quiz. The first discussion thread is just going to be an introduction where it will give you a chance to get to know your fellow classmates in the course. Again, the initial post is due by Friday, October 19th, and you need to visit the discussion board on 2 different days to receive full credit. The final thing that I've included in week 0 is some information on the assassination of Benazir Bhutto. This is a case that we'll be studying throughout the course. You will have the chance to apply some of the skills, tools, and techniques that you learn to this case as a way of reinforcing them. There's a document you can read on the assassination as well as a video that is provided. I would also like to give you a brief overview of how the course will be laid out. For the first 5 weeks, we will be looking at a chapter from the textbook each week. After reading the chapter, you will then complete a lab that allows you to apply the concepts you learned about in the chapter to various scenarios. These first 5 weeks will also include a chapter quiz that is comprised of true and false and multiple choice questions. The week's work will then be finished with a discussion thread and an additional assignment, some of which will be case studies of the assassination. These first 5 weeks will be full. In the final 2 weeks of the course, we will be applying what you've learned to specific and relevant topics. The workload will lessen in these 2 weeks, but it is where you will be pulling everything together. This is a unique course in that the objective is to develop some soft skills that are often not focused on in technical courses. I hope it is an enjoyable class for you and that you will learn things that you can take into your future endeavors, both professionally and personally. Again, please don't hesitate to reach out to me either via email or my student hours if you have any questions. Have a great week.